Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. This week's prompts are paper piecing, hexagon, and flowers. And I am also combining this with off the board with pineapple papers, and Sundays are sketches. So I pulled a sketch from my Pinterest board, and I'll pop that up on the screen so that you can see it. And it goes right along with the hexagon, so woo-hoo! So I am going to use this paper pack. I had actually never saw this one, and I recently bought it in a big bulk paper purchase close to my heart that my maker was selling to get rid of all her inventory. And so I was able to pick this up, and I absolutely love it. Today was actually the first time I actually looked through all the papers that's in it. And like I said, I love it. It was right up my alley. So I used my big hexagon die to just cut my hexagons. I am using this swap item that I created, and I'd actually made the handle red, but it didn't match. So I just took my tri-blend marker and in like a really dark green, and just colored over it. So it would get rid of the blaring red. And then I have this wheelbarrow that I got in a swap a long time ago. I don't know who made it. And I got this in a swap, and I don't know who made it. And I have these. I think Terry Rice made these. And then I don't know who made these. These were in the Daisy swap recently. So these are just the hexagons, the papers. Look how pretty they are. I mean, I absolutely love these papers in this collection. This background wood paper is from Hobby Lobby, and it's one of those thin 69-cent pieces. So I just backed it. Well, I haven't backed it yet, but I just cut 1/4 of an inch off two sides and gonna back it on white. And we're just gonna put it together. So, oh, and these are pictures of me. These are actually taken at 2 different times, but I was doing the same thing, kind of. So I just decided I was going to use them together. I actually had a wood chip delivery delivered 3 times, and I have raised beds, as most of y'all know, in my garden if you saw any of my tours or anything. But I have raised beds, and I use those wood chips around all of those to make my pathways and all those things to walk on. But that was a lot, and whenever they brought it, it was hot, so it was smoking, and I'm like, oh crap, we got to move it and get this stuff moved because it will catch on fire. So it was a whole family event, but we had sore muscles, but we managed to get it all moved and spread out, and we didn't catch fire, so that was good. I will say that I did go ahead and already ink all the edges of everything, of this paper, of all the hexagons, the photos. I inked all the edges with Distress Oxide Ground Espresso, and that is not even, but it's okay. I'm not a perfectionist, so I'm going to leave it. And then I have my hexagons to put on. So these papers are so pretty. I'm actually surprised with myself that I haven't already had them out and looked at them before now. But I didn't. Okay, I think I'm gonna let this one hang off the edge and start it. And then I'll just trim if I don't glue it to the table. Alright, and then, let's see. I'm going to put this one down here. And let it hang off a little bit. I just kind of wanted to separate out some of the patterns because some of them are pretty bold. But I feel like this is a good way to use them. Put that down. Hopefully y'all are in frame. I'm still moving along on my foot recovery. Thank you guys for all your sweet comments and your prayers. I appreciate and covet all of them. I really do feel like all the prayers is what's got me through. And hopefully I will be up and walking again. I get my stitches out next week. So hopefully they'll lift some more restrictions. Right now I'm only allowed to put weight, like very minimal weight on my foot, and I still have to use my knee scooter, not walk long distances, keep my foot propped most of the day, but that's better than being in bed 24/7 and not being able to put any weight on it and not get up. So I am glad of that. Alright, and then I'm going to do this one so that it was like the sketch, so that you have like a journal spot. So I just did it in white. And then I'm going to do this one as a partial one up here. And then I think I'm going to bring maybe part of it back over here and use it. I really like this floral one. I really like them all, but I really like this one. It goes with the daisy look. Okay, so I'm just gonna snip this off. I'll trim all the rest of these. I apologize, my air's kicking on. It's hot here. Maybe I think this week we're gonna be out of the 100s, so that'll be a relief. Everything's crispy for sure. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see, it would go like this. I don't know if we can make that work. I am going to have a photo there. Let's see if it covers it up. I could go over enough to cover it up. Okay. I'm going to put this one on there just to add a little bit extra. I think they probably used a little bit smaller, after I got all these cut, I think they used a little bit smaller hexagons whenever they did theirs on the sketch. I probably should have went one size down, and then I could have done it the exact same amount and all that. But that's okay, because the sketch doesn't have to be exact. It's just about inspiration. So I think I'm going to hit the edges of all this with the ink. There's all of our background done with our hexagons. Alright, so then I'm going to add my pictures. One of them's shiny and one of them's matte. That's why I know they were took at different times, because they were printed at different times. So, but that's okay. They were roughly within the same time period, because I was skinny in both of them. So that tells me this was in probably 2022 whenever these were took. I know this one I took for a crop because we had to take, it was a selfie scavenger hunt, and we had to take a picture with a shovel, or we had to take a selfie with a shovel. And then this one is when I was actually working and moving the mulch. So they were around the same time frame, I do know that. So I'm just going to use them together instead of putting them on two separate pages. I'm going to move this down a little more. That way my shovel's not over top of nothing. I'm just going to put it up here at the top. Here's this. Alright, and then this one's going to count as my paper piecing. All of these technically could. They're dies, intricate, you know, multiple layer dies. But this one was not a die. This was, I think, someone probably cut this out on their Cricut and then added in all the little extra stuff to go with it. So we're going to count it as a paper piecing. Technically, if you put together a multi-layer die, I guess that is paper piecing. I know back in the day, paper piecing was, you know, like tracing out the different things and layering them up and making them and doing all that stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not, somebody messaged me about it and I was like, I'm not the craft police, so, you know, take it as you will. I'm not going to throw you off or anything if it's not exactly right, because my whole series was done to just promote you getting crafty and using up your stash, what you already have, you know. Putting it to good use and the things that we forget about, because you never know what you're going to get from the jar. Alright, I'm just going to pop some of this stuff up. And I don't quite know how I'm going to do these yet, but I do know I'm going to use them individually. I know these were probably meant to be used like this as one whole piece. So sorry, Terry, but I'm tearing it apart to actually be able to use it. Okay. I'm going to cut this off like this. And then just re-glue this. I think I'm actually going to pop it up on foam tape. I'm telling you, I think I absolutely, well, I know that I absolutely loved the daisy swap. I think that was one of my favorite swaps ever on Ginger's Corner. I also love the flower partner swap. That's where I got these ones from Terry. And Tiffany was my other partner, and she sent me lots of awesome flowers and stuff. But I love the daisy swap. Like, they were just too adorable. Okay, and I'm just kind of cutting around these too, so you won't be able to see all that on the back. Alright, so let's see where I'm going to add another one. I think I'll put one there. I could have popped it up too. Let's see. I don't want them to all be going the same way. Okay, I'm going to put this one here because my journaling will go here. And I don't want to use these. Okay. I do know who did these. Cindy T, it says. So, let's see. I really, really like them. But I don't want to overdo it either. Let's see what it looks like with another one somewhere. I think it's overboard. I like it like it is. It's pretty plain and simple for me normally, but I kind of really like it. And you know, if I would have thought about it, I would have sewed around before. Let me get a pen. I would have sewed around the hexagons beforehand, but instead I'm just going to take my pen and I'm going to just draw in around them. And I'll probably go around each one a couple times so that you can't tell they're not straight lines. I usually go 3 times on them when I do this part. And I'll just go around and do them all. And I'm not gonna do it all right now, so this video isn't forever long. But I hope you guys will play along if you want your layout to be featured for Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. I have to have your submissions by Friday, and you can send them to my email or to Facebook Messenger. And then, okay. And definitely check out all the girls playing along with Off the Board. Let me get the jars. We are almost out, if you can believe that. But I'll finish this and I'll put close-ups. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Isn't it cute? Okay, so let's roll, or shake rather, for our new things for this week, our prompts. So techniques and tools. It looks like there's only like 4 or 5 in there. Alright, let's see. Embossing folder. Pretty sure we've had that one before. Shapes, colors, numbers. I'm going to shake it around really good. This one is the number 2. So it could be the number 2 in the title. It could be 2 flowers, 2 pictures, whatever you want to make it. You just have to incorporate 2 in somehow. Okay, and then embellishments. This one only has a few left in it too. Let's see what we got. Wood veneer. Good old wood veneer. I haven't used it in a hot minute. I have a lot of it, but I haven't used it. So, next week's prompts are 2 embossing folder and wood veneer if you would like to play along. And go check out everyone in the description box below. And until next time, bye y'all.